Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here, Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your October 2023 money and career reading. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm always truly grateful for every single one of you. So let's get right into October. We are in autumn now. For some of you, this is a time of all of your hard work, dedication, and commitment. Is paying off for you guys. We do have potentially some shakeups and breakups and endings and new beginnings all coming around here in the month of October, because it is not just autumn, which is a time of harvest and abundance in our lives, a time to give gratitude, a time to reap what we have sown, but it is also eclipse season, and eclipses do shake things up a little bit. It can bring some very uncertain energy coming in, but this can all be in your favor, especially here, Taurus, since one of them is in your sign. So you have a full moon, partial lunar eclipse in your sign on October 28th, 29th. Now, this is very close to October 31st, right? And we all know that the veil is thin around that time. So this can be where it's easier to communicate your wishes, your goals, your thoughts, your dreams, to manifest things into reality, to really connect with spirit, connect with your higher self, to get what it is that you are looking for. So be open and receptive, because there's changes in the wind. And when we do have a full moon in your sign, this can absolutely bring something to fruition, something that you have set your intentions for ever since the new moon in your sign. So go back to the new moon in your sign right on your birthday. Okay. And what were you thinking of? What were your intentions? What were your goals? Have a look back and reflect. What have you accomplished so far? What has changed in your life, and what is still blossoming? Because this is so important for you, for your goals, your dreams. Now, again, it may come in with an ending, okay? And quite often, every new beginning does have an ending attached to it, or every ending has a new beginning, depending on how you want to look at it. So this can be a really important turning point for you in the month ahead. Especially we have a new moon eclipse, solar eclipse on October 14th, 15th, and that's in the sign of Libra. And so some of you could actually have a personal relationship that is helping you out financially, because some of you might get lucky in love, right? So maybe you have a romantic partnership that goes up to the next level, right? Maybe you're getting married or you're moving in together, and all of a sudden you've got more money than you did before. This can be a time for relationship reset of all kinds. Business partnerships, co-workers, where you work, right? So for some of you, you might be able to get some things back on track, but we also may have some power struggles as well. So it could be a lot of things kind of just getting shaken up a little bit. And it's kind of like shaking the apples off of a tree, the ones that are ready to drop, right? They're ripe, they're ripe or overripe, right? They drop off the tree, and anything else that is still needing some attention, it just stays on that tree. So it can be quite some interesting energy. We have chop wood energy coming out here for you guys first off now. So considering with the rest of the energy we do have the chaos and conflict card. So I'm not really surprised with that. But this can be an important wake-up call for you, because the chop wood energy here is in the reverse. And when this is in the reverse, it's in the protection position in this particular deck. So Spirit's really giving you a heads up with this thing here. Are you spending too much time fantasizing and daydreaming about something and not enough time taking some initiative, taking some action? Of course, whenever we want to create something, whenever we want to manifest things into our life, whether it's people or opportunities, money, we always do need to take some sort of action, right? We set our intentions, great, but intention isn't everything. It is a huge part of it, but it is not everything, because we not got to know what we want. We got to speak it or write it down clearly, but then we have to be open to opportunities. We have to keep an open heart. We have to keep an open mind, but we also have to be willing and ready and able to take some sort of action. So this is showing here that there may have been some stuck energy, or perhaps you're a little bit too much in your head, okay, thinking about things, daydreaming about things, fantasizing about things, and not enough action. So this is a call to action for you. Now, the TikTok energy that comes in, this is a reminder for those of you getting impatient that timing is everything. And we need to let go of the constraints of time. And that's when the magic really does happen. So we are very focused as humans on, I want something today, or I want it in a week, or I want it in a month. And this is a reminder that creation of all kinds does take time. It starts with inspiration. It's got the doors of opportunity. It's got clarity in there, right? Knowing what we want. But then we have to allow things to run their natural course. We have to allow things to come in or to blossom in the time that they are supposed to. Because if we force something into existence, right, when we forcibly, make something happen, quite often it's, too early, the timing isn't right, and, it just may not necessarily last, right, because we're pushing the envelope a little bit too hard. So there is something here for some of you where there's some impatience, there's frustration coming in. You don't have what you want yet. You're, maybe on your manifestation journey, or maybe you're looking to change your job. You want some more money, whatever your situation happens to be. And in this energy, you are like holding on too tightly. We need to hold on to our goals, our dreams, our desires, but we need to hold on loosely. So, because when we hold on loosely, we actually leave room for flexibility, and we are typically a little bit more patient. And so this is a reminder here for you that there are things happening for you, that there are doors opening for you, but it's all about timing, right? And people don't like to hear it's divine timing, okay? But quite often it is. Timing is everything. There's a right and a wrong time to have a conversation, right? Imagine if your boss, if you're overdue for a raise, right? Maybe you've got some huge accolades under your belt, and you're overdue for a raise. You've been there for a few years, and you're starting to get pretty annoyed at the fact that you see other people hired in at higher salaries than you, because we all know, just like, phone companies and cable companies and things like that, they always reward the new people at market rates or with promotions and things like that, and they ignore their existing customers or employees. And so you might be getting highly annoyed in this energy, and perhaps something was promised to you. Maybe something wasn't, but you might just be right at that end point there, especially with the eclipses coming in. And so, but there's a right and a wrong time to have that kind of conversation with your boss, right? About what you worked for, what you achieved, what you deserve. Because if your boss is having one hell of a bad day, and maybe he just had an argument with his boss, or she just had an argument with her boss, or another coworker, it's like month-end deadlines, things like that. It is not the right time to have that conversation. You got to pick your moment sometimes. So this is where some patience does come in here as well. So there are some things that are working for you, always working for you, and you might feel the clock is ticking on some things, and that's great, but be open to making some change, right? If you feel like there's some sort of deadline that you have to meet, right? Sometimes that's a self-imposed deadline. So we have to remember that in that energy. So let go of those constraints, all right? And you got to allow something to happen. But we do have chaos and conflict. Now, the funny thing is you've got a lot of threes coming out in your reading. The chop wood energy is card 42. So with the 4 there, maybe you're not feeling stable, you're not feeling secure because it's in the reverse. Usually 4s bring about stability and security, a good sense of having both your feet on the ground, especially in your work, in your home, in your career. 2s are a balanced energy and are about making decisions. So with that flipped on its head, maybe you're not feeling like you're in balance. You're not feeling like you're in alignment. Or maybe there is a little bit of indecision there. And when we have indecision, right, we're living up a little bit up in our heads, right? Nothing can happen because we're creating these blocks, right? So there's a little bit of blocked energy there. But I do feel the chaos and conflict energy is here to shake things up in your favor. Chaos and conflict is card 33. TikTok energy is card 30. So that breaks down into a 3. So look up the deeper meaning of 333. 3s are the basis of manifestation. 3s are creation energy. And without creation, right, without that creative energy, you can't bring things to fruition, right? So there's a lot of things and a lot of things in the background, a lot of opportunities that are being created for you. But you got to be ready to get off the couch. You got to be ready to take some action there, Okay, so with the chaos and conflict though, yep, there's some things being shaken up in your month ahead. Now, whether you are the instigator of something, maybe you shake things up a little bit, or whether it's in your environment, things around you, people around you might be a little bit short-tempered. Eclipses bring that out, okay? Eclipses bring out surprises, all right? So if you have your money parked somewhere, the TikTok energy can say the time is now. Okay, so the time is now to make a move. The time is now to take some initiative, or the time could be now to really have a close look at your money, because there's some chaos coming in there. So I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a personal reading. Okay, but there could be some issues with the stock market, with your retirement savings plan, with your investments, things like that, the housing market, right? Things like that. There's some change in the wind and there's some things being shaken up there. And so this is a reminder here there that you might want to have a look and just make sure that your investments are secure, because there's a lack of security coming in there. So you know where your money is, you know where you've got things. If you have something in a fairly risky investment, you might want to have a look and think about, is this a risk that you are still willing to take with your money, or do you need to maybe divest your interests a little bit and maybe diversify a little bit? So just a little heads up for you there. All right. But we've got the Strength card coming in, beautiful energy. That is Leo energy right there. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Wow, you've got the 3s and you've got the 8s, and we've got the 5 of Pentacles. We don't want that. Okay. So the Strength card, this is all about your inner strength. This is about you being confident, feeling good about yourself, right? Knowing when to embrace a little bit of discernment. And as we just talked about, timing is everything. The Strength card, you have a combination here in this energy of go get 'em energy. I want to create something. I want to change something. I want what I want, right? And this is that energy of, being courageous, being brave. If you want to make change, if you want to start something new, or if you have to have a conversation that, can possibly bring you rewards and riches and opportunities, but you need that little bit of inner strength to do that. But the Strength card also brings patience, kindness, compassion, a gentler energy, but it brings us the energy of discernment, knowing when to come out charging like a bull in a china shop, and knowing when to take that back seat just a little bit, right? Choose your time, choose your moment, choose your place. But with the firepower that the Strength card comes in, the passion, the inspiration that comes in with this energy, right? This is not a sit back on the couch and watch the world pass you by. This is a little bit of a call to action, but you need to know when to act and when to just kind of wait things out a little bit. But with the 8 of Pentacles that's here, right? The 8 of Pentacles is a really positive energy, and it's one of being very productive. And it's one where we're dedicated, we're committed. We already said that a little bit earlier in your reading, and it's confirmed again here now. And this is where you are ready for something more rewarding, or you're ready to take the next step, the next level, okay? Or you are wrapping something up here, okay? So maybe you're done with something, or you're just seeing something through to completion, and you want your skills and abilities to, reward you in some way. And of course you do. So the 8 of Pentacles really does speak to your skill, your experience, your education for some of you, right? And we won't even necessarily leave it at education, because it's your knowledge, right? And the knowledge that you've acquired either by going to school, by apprenticing with someone, by learning off of somebody, or just by putting your nose to the grindstone and being wonderfully you. But whatever it is for you, the 8 of Pentacles is where the student is about to become the teacher. The employee is about to become the supervisor, the manager, or the boss. Okay. This is where you're getting paid, just worker bee salary, and you're ready to take that next leap forward. And with both 8s coming out here, 8s again are very much tied to manifestation. They're tied to infinite potential, the infinity of the universe, the infinity within you, right? This is what this really does speak to, but it also speaks to being able to be flexible and adaptable and open. So I think that's going to be the key for you here, because we do have a 5 of Pentacles, So for some of you, there's something you want, something that you've been working towards and you're not getting it. Now with the Five of Pentacles, right, this can be an energy of loss, of lack, of longing, right? I want something, but I don't have it. I'm not invited to the party. Like our poor little Sasquatch on there. He's looking from a distance and the campers are having a campfire and he's just all left out in the cold. So there might be something here that you want, that you desire, and maybe there's something holding you back from getting it. It is a 5, and 5s do represent challenges and obstacles. They also represent exciting opportunities for change, but we've got to do something different than what we're doing here right now. So kind of like the chop wood energy, but in that production position, right? Are you waiting in the weeds? Are you hiding in the forest? Are you looking longingly at something and just dreaming about what the possibilities might be? Or are you ready to take some action? Because with great change, great possibilities comes your action, right? And your action does pay off. So with the Five of Pentacles, there is something here that could potentially be lost for some of you. Again, this shakeup stuff, like we just said, watch your investments carefully. Just do some homework, make sure you've got all the right information. If you're not willing to risk something, then you might want to put it in a safe harbor in some way, right? That decision is yours. With this as well, there could possibly be something, again, that you've worked hard to achieve and you're not getting it. There's a possibility that you could get it, but again, you've got to do something a little bit different, whether that is walking into your boss's office and advocating for yourself, saying, this is what I want, this is what I deserve. But you've got to be in this Five of Pentacles, perhaps willing to walk away and willing to do something a little bit different if there's no more possibilities left where you are right now, right? You deserve money. You deserve to be rewarded an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, and hopefully a little bit more there for you. But the Five of Pentacles can represent a down patch, either in your energy, your outlook, your perspective, right? This is where we're just feeling down in the dumps. And this is where we're feeling like opportunities are passing us by. There's nothing working, right? But we're always reminded with the Five of Pentacles that we do need to look for alternate opportunities and alternate possibilities. We need to change our approach at something or change how we're looking at things, right? Because in this lack energy, nope, right? We are creating our own blocks and obstacles there with that, right? We want to get in an abundance mindset. Okay, the Strength card and the Eight of Pentacles, you have it within you with that Strength card there. We've got the Two of Wands, the Hierophant, excuse me, and the Three of Swords. So there's something here that's really kind of causing you a little bit of grief. We do have the Two of Wands coming in here. So this is a great energy because this is showing that you've got something that you want. You know what you want. Okay, you're setting intentions, but you got to put a plan in place. You got to put something together. You've got to decide clearly. Do I know where I'm going, or do I at least know what my goal is? Because with the Two of Wands, this shows that you have the power to really have that open mind and to really see your potential or see the future laying before you. The world is your oyster when we get that Two of Wands energy, right? All that magic is within you and your ability to achieve what it is that you want. And the Hierophant here can certainly show that for some of you, there is something here where you have the power to ascend. And in this energy, I do feel that there is an opportunity to heal something or to turn something around by your own action, by your own initiative. Okay, the Hierophant here is typically one of higher level learning or ascension, right? Taking things up to the next level. It is quite often known as a marriage card, right? But a marriage card can be a higher level of commitment. Okay, and so for some of you here, I feel like you might be seeking out some advice from somebody who is trusted, someone who is probably very wise in their energy. I think some of you could possibly be, opening the door with the Two of Wands to go and talk to your boss, possibly the Hierophant. Okay, that is Taurus energy, by the way, so that's yours. Okay, and with the Three of Swords, right, some hurt can be healed with that energy, right? But it just depends on what the situation, how the situation might evolve, because the Three of Swords can be an energy of disappointment. Okay. But it opens up an opportunity to fix or heal something. So we do have things that are opening up for you, but we do also have this underlying element So again, with and it's funny, these ones are coming out right with the chaos and conflict card, right? So there's, you might be navigating through some emotions in the month ahead here, really doing a little bit of reflection, really trying to figure out what is going to make your heart happy and what do you need to do to get yourself to where you want to be. The Hierophant showing up here, yes, can be the possibility of you really stepping into your own personal power. But I think here in this energy is you're figuring out in the month ahead where you want to get to. And you're feeling really positive about that energy because this is your energy here, Taurus, and it's right front and center in the reading. And of course, we do have a full moon eclipse in your sign. So this is a very important time for you, a time of transformation and change, and a time to really unleash your true potential, okay, or to reap your rewards. Now, reaping your rewards, okay, making some more money may involve a career change. It may involve a change, again, in where you put your money, where you invest your money, because the Hierophant energy is very, how should we say, a little bit conservative, quite practical in that energy. So again, you might need to conserve your resources a little bit in the month ahead, right? There's some weird energy going on, and we don't want to take too much necessarily of a risk while the eclipses are going on. It's a time of surprise and uncertainty. And this is where we really do want to get grounded, and we want to, really get our feet on the ground and really prepare ourselves for a little bit of shocking energy or surprising energy or things coming out of the woodwork, right? Or really kind of knuckle down and prepare for the changes that we want to make. But there really is an energy here of you grabbing the bull by the horns, you seizing opportunities, okay, or opening the door for the change that you need to make. And speaking of change, we've got the Death card coming in right there for you. We also have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. That's better. Okay, so for some of you, you have a difficult choice to make, right? And what is that choice for you? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I take a risk? Do I take a chance? Do I face some unknowns? Or do I back up and stay where I am, even though it's maybe not what I'm looking for, not what I want? So I do feel like here there is a clearing out of energies, a clearing out of a path for you. But with the Death card here, the Death card, just like our eclipses do shake up things, right? We've got endings leading way to new beginnings, or new beginnings require putting an end to something. The Death card is Scorpio energy. And of course, we at the end of October, we end up in Scorpio season, right? So we're in Libra season right up until, I think it's the 22nd. And then we enter Scorpio season. So not only do you have that lunar eclipse in your sign, but it is also right near the beginning of Scorpio season. And this does bring about change and transformation. Some of you might be having an epiphany. Okay, you might be getting clear about some things. Your finances may be changing, and for the better, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles that brings you in abundance, stability, security for the long term. But it is challenging here with the Ten of Swords. I feel like here, for some of you, you've got easy choice. You're like, yeah, this isn't working for me. I need to make some change. I don't love change, and there's a little bit of fear coming in here. But ultimately, I believe in myself with that Hierophant energy. I've learned a lot on my journey, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. So you are full of fire, full of passion, and full of confidence, right? But I think for others of you, there's like a little bit of uncertainty here. So, sometimes the Death card does bring about our fears, right? We fear change as humans, okay, because we like things we like things familiar. Right? We don't like the unknown, because with every change, and in order to elevate our situation, we have to step into the unknown. So I do think here that there's career paths opening up for you. I think you're going to figure out maybe what is going to really make you feel alive. If you are not happy with where you currently are in your career path. I think others of you, I think that if you do change, and again, we're kind of looking right at maybe some of your investments and things like that. I do feel here, because we got the death card here, right? Change, and we've got change all kind of linked up together. And I do feel here that you might need to take a cautious approach at your investments, just saying. All right, but we do have a lot of repeating symbols and synchronicities here, right? We've got, 10 of Swords, right? This can represent the end of a difficult cycle, and there's new beginnings ahead for you, and there's better times ahead for you. So an important turning point for some of you. For some of you, it's improvement where you are right now, right? Figuring things out, getting things back on track. But for others of you, it's like brand spanking new. We're leaving the past behind and we're embracing shiny, bright, abundant, new opportunities, right? So it really just depends on what it is that you're looking for, what it is you want, where you've set your intentions. But there is this very big turning point for some of you, whether internally or externally here. So I think you're really getting things, excuse me, I think you're really getting things into alignment for yourself. And that's really, really important and really great, right? So some important changes that are occurring in your world. But again, we've got the 3 threes up here. We also have a 3 down here. So you've got 4 threes showing up in your reading. That alone is highly significant. We also do have those 2 8s, so number 88. We also do have 2 5s, number 55. Okay, and then of course we've got the 2 10s, 10 10. So 10s are endings leading way to new beginnings. Okay, so related back to the Wheel of Fortune, right? Think of that cycle. So the end of a cycle, a new one is beginning, but this one is filled with possibilities, with potential, with abundance, with, some really long-term commitment paying off for you. For some of you, the 10 of Pentacles here, this can represent that there's something going on in your family finances, in your home, maybe with a spouse, because some of you, like I said, with that Hierophant energy, you could be getting married. Or moving in with a person or something. So there could be some changes that are coming in within your family unit. And this can actually impact your finances, but it can also be a double-edged sword, because the 10 of Pentacles can be a card of inheritance, so something passed down to you. So some of you do have some money coming in from maybe an unexpected source, and this could possibly come from someone passing on, because the death card can be an actual death. Unfortunately, the 10 of Swords, something that's very painful, but something very positive comes about from that. So some of you may already know what this is, and maybe you've just been waiting for some legalities to play out, because as we are in Libra season, Libra is represented by the Justice card, so we do have legal things that can really come into play. So some of you might have that happen. For some of you, it might be a little bit unexpected in that energy. But we can also have living inheritances as well. So you could have some help, support from a family member. Maybe you get the family home passed down to you, or you might have a change in your living arrangement some way, but this benefits your bottom line, right? Benefits your money in some way there for you. All right, so we have number 99 coming out here for you. It is time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. I am courageous. Would you look at that? And what was the first tarot that we had out is the Strength card. And what is that? Courage. And what is this encouraging you to do? Get off the couch, get out of your head, take some action. Okay, so if you've been dreaming a little dream, now is the time to make something happen. We've got number 44, which some do and some don't consider a master number. You can go debate that with somebody. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. I am supported. Okay, and so you might have not just your angels and your soul tribe support, but you could actually have support from within your family. And And that's awesome, right? But that is the 4s. And so you've got, like I said, a lot of repeating numbers. And so now you've got 2 4s and 2 9s coming into the mix. So pay very close attention to any kinds of dreams, any kind of signs, symbols, synchronicities that you see, and especially those repeating numbers that you are likely seeing. Because again, this is a significant energy that's coming in for you in the month of October. Harness it, embrace it, take your shot, take your opportunity, right? And I do think that some of you are getting very much clear on what it is that you do desire. And I think that this is really where you're going to get the ball rolling, okay, if you don't already reap some rewards. I'm going to leave that there for you, Taurus. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. I thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic October. May all of the abundance and blessings be yours. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.